Hello, everybody. So I guess nobody showed up for the call, which is fine. That's okay. So we're just going to use this opportunity to go ahead and make the training anyways. So if you guys missed the call and you actually wanted to actually show up, you can actually come see it. So first things first, the team retreat, Colleen actually did push for everybody to go. If you are a diamond or ever was a diamond, you are able to stay in the diamond house at the retreat in January. It's no longer open to, I believe, the initial qualifications. So you're able to go to, you're able to stay in the diamond house as long as you've been a diamond before. Also, those who are not a diamond, you're still able to go, but you do have to pay your $200 registration just like everybody else, and you do have to stay elsewhere though. And you're able to stay at the house, Diamond House, during the day, but then you would have to go back after the activities are done. After the Badass Coach Basics, which I hope everybody is taking a look at because I haven't seen too much participation in there. I'm praying that you guys are taking a look at the videos and applying those principles and whatever it is that you're learning in those videos. I hope you're applying it to your social media as well as your business. So you'll be able to grow your business and see the business growth. After the basics, we are going to go into a diamond push because it is the end of the year. And we are still trying to hit our goal for 2-star this year for Roar Empowered. So for those that are trying to grow their business, for those that want to become diamond, I am going to do the diamond push for you guys. So be sure to take to keep a lookout for that. The date is going to be the end of October to the beginning of November. You guys have until November 16th to go ahead and qualify, or for at least my PS coaches, you still have November 16th to qualify for me paying for your registration for the retreat. So make diamond by November 16th and you'll be able to qualify for that. Okay, so I want to go ahead and get into the training. It's called the magic words because everybody keeps asking me what it is that I say to help people get their challenge pack or to help sign up a coach. So this is why I made the training, so I don't have to keep repeating it over and over and over to each and every single one of you guys. So the main things is relationship building. It's a huge, huge deal when it comes to invites. So on, I believe it's day 6 or 7 on relationship building and Badass Coach Basics. You can go ahead and take a look at that video, but just to summarize everything in that video, just make sure, number one, I'm going to read off the tips here. I have some notes here just to make sure I have everything in. Make sure, number one, that you are building relationships, okay? How can we actually recommend something unless we know what they need? So that means a lot of questions that you need to be asking. When I first started, I was going off products. I was telling people, yeah, it's 21 Day Fix and I've been doing it for 3 weeks and I've been drinking Shakeology, and they're like, okay, what is all that? Like, I don't understand. Everybody would get lost and I was just spewing out brands and products and I sounded like a salesman. I learned very quickly that's not how to do it. You actually have to know what they need and you have to know how to help them with their needs. And you have to show them that you have the solution so they can follow you. Just remember, when you are talking to them, be interested, not interesting. Okay? Let them talk, let them speak. That's the point of asking questions, is to retain information so you can show them that you have the solution. Next thing, facts tell, stories tell. Okay? I know that when we do posts, we tend to get into the I, me. And we have to remember that we are helping people business. So testimonials are a huge, huge deal. So yes, we have the power to get results, but we also have the power to help others get results. And it's very important to show the challengers and the coaches that you have on your team and in your challenge groups that they're getting results too. So testimonials and showing them on your Facebook is basically showing proof that not only are you being a product of the product, but others that you're helping are products of the products too. So that's proof that the product works. Like I said again, word vomit, don't do it. Do not word vomit. Ask questions. Keep it about them. This will turn into something you're selling. If you're going into like products and word vomit, oh yeah, I do Body Beast, I do 21 Day Fix, and I drink Shakeology, but I'm also doing the performance line. It's like, okay, what is all that, first of all? Okay, that sounds like you're selling. You don't want to be salesy. Okay, remember, we're not salesmen. We share, we don't tell. Remember, these things are something that you're recommending, not that you're forcing it on them. When you're sharing, that means you're practically recommending something. It's like going to a really good restaurant. You know, they have this really awesome food and everything, but then you're going to go and tell your friends about it, right? You're not forcing them on it, but you're like, oh my God, it's so good. I love their chicken fingers. They use a certain type of, organic oil or something like that. But it's really what you are telling in your story, what you're kind of recommending to them that will help them understand and get them to relate to you. Okay, number 4. Another thing is forming. If you guys don't know what form is, you're in trouble, because I talk about forming all the time. Form is family, occupation, recreation, and message, okay? So when you're building relationships, you kind of want to, get to know them. And it also kind of helps you to figure out whether they're better off as a challenger with a challenge pack or as a coach. So you're going to look on their Facebook, and their Facebook is a wonderful way to get to know them. You can see if they have family, or what kind of job they have, if they don't have a job, if they're at-home moms and they don't have a job, if they're looking to bring in income, if they're complaining on their Facebook that they're in debt, or if they love to work out, but they're still in their beginning of their journey. Things like that. And you can go ahead and ask them about it on their Facebook and engage on their Facebook, which is really cool to do. And I mean, it's Facebook. It is social media. We are there to socialize. So when you're engaging on their Facebook, that tells Facebook that their posts and your posts are important to each other. So Facebook is going to show them on your feed, and it's going to show you on their feed. So they'll be able to see your post too. And then you're able to, when you're going into their private, when you go ahead and private message them after you're engaging on their Facebook, you can tell them something like, well, I know that you're super busy with, your 9 to 5 and you have 2 kids, and it says on your Facebook that you don't like your job. Have you ever considered coaching? Okay, so that's a way to kind of let them know that, there is an opportunity out there. You don't have to stay at your job 9 to 5 forever that you hate, or if they're talking about a fitness journey and they're not sure where to begin, if they're asking questions on their Facebook to their friends and things like that, like, does anyone know like a good fitness routine? I want to lose like 30 pounds. And you can go ahead and private message them and say something like, hey, I just saw your message. I was just wondering, what are your goals? What is it that you're wanting to do? Maybe I can help suggest something. So their Facebook and your Facebook, your storefront, it's very good ways to go ahead and start conversations and building relationships. When you are speaking about your business or about your challenge groups or basically anything on your Facebook, I recommend that you guys, you kind of have to show that you believe it. Be passionate about it. Believe in what you do. Everything that you say and everything that you do, you have to believe it in order for it to work, and in order for other people to trust you too. If you're not confident about your product, if you're not confident about your story or the value that you bring to your challenge groups, then it's not going to work. People can automatically see that, you're probably trying to sell to them. So when you're going into conversations, when you're talking about, talking about Shakeology, or when you're talking about fitness goals or anything like that, you have to believe in what you're saying, okay? Because people will find out really quick if you don't believe in it. And then that's it, you lose it. You lose a relationship, you kind of lose the trust. So remember, sorry, here, let me make sure I have everything. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get into some of the questions that, or some of the things that I say whenever people ask me questions and things like that. And remember, speak with intention. Every post that I have is a purpose. There's a purpose behind that post. That means when you're out at the grocery store too, for example, you see a 25-year-old, looks like 25-year-old person that is probably bagging your groceries. And you strike a conversation like, oh my God, I love these kiwis. They're like part of my shake. And they're like, oh, what kind of shake do you have? Conversation starters. Okay, even in your post, do it with intention, do it with purpose, and have your audience engage in your post and see the value in your post as well. Make it post-worthy and engage-worthy. Another thing before we get into things that I talk about, or the magic words that I say, your team. It is so important to engage with your team, guys. We have this awesome community of different individuals from different backgrounds that, we all have and share a vision, and we're all together in this. Okay, so engage with your teammates, engage with people in Dreamcore, engage with people in Drop the Cookie. Okay, that's our Superstar Uplines team. Engage with me, engage with, your diamond coaches and each other. Okay, that way our community grows stronger. So we're able to support each other, not only on Facebook, but also on the back end when we go to events and things like that, like retreats. We all know who each other is, and we can all, kind of empathize with each other and go through our challenges and our achievements together. So, going into the training of magic words. So now that we have all that relationship building stuff, oops, it's kind of delayed. Okay, what happened here? All right. Okay, so now we have all that relationship building stuff. You get asked a question on your private message. Somebody messages you like, what are you doing exactly? And they saw one of your posts or something like about coaching or whatever. But they ask you those questions, and let me go ahead and pull up the PowerPoint. I think I can share my screen. Give me 1 second. Okay, I hope everyone can see my desktop so they can see the presentation here. We're going to go ahead into slideshow. Okay, so you get to ask them your private message, and this is more for like the challenge groups. or if you're inviting to a challenge group, you get asked, so what is it that you do to lose weight? What program is it that you're doing? I need help. How much do you charge? How much is your program? These are questions that I get asked all the time, almost every single day. So that's what they're asking. So you say, well, I'm not sure if this program is for you since everyone has different goals. But when you say that phrase, it kind of gives them the idea that you are the expert in this. They are coming to you. So that means you're able to kind of control this conversation. And that actually helps them see that, yeah, you're interested in them instead of just, telling them or being salesy. All right. So the next thing that you're going to say, these are some of the questions I get right into. When they ask those questions, I don't answer it right away, okay, as you can see. So I go into, but what are your goals? How long have you been thinking of making a fitness journey? Have you been trying any programs and not getting results? What type of workouts do you like? At what pace? At what level? Do you want to use any equipment in your workouts? How much time do you have during the week? Are you a member of a gym? And so on and so forth. Remember, all these questions are asked, so later on, I can go ahead and give them my recommendation. I can show them that I have the solution that they need. So when I'm asking some of you in the mentorship that I have, I've asked some of the coaches, okay, what is it that you're telling them? Can you send me screenshots of what it is that you're saying to your prospects? And they get the questions from their prospects like, okay, so what exactly are you doing? How much is it to go ahead and join your challenge group? And they just word vomit. Guys, huge no-no. Huge no-no. No-no on the word vomit. Okay? They basically tell them this whole long thing, this whole long message of what it is and their story and things like that. Guys, remember, this is about them. Okay? So whenever they ask questions, you ask a question back because you need to learn more information in order for you to go ahead and coach them. And remember, your questions, your coaching is only as good as your questions. So ask questions like a boss. All right. So after you've asked all these questions, this is what I say to show them that I have the solution. Okay. And usually this is in either a phone call or in a message, a private message on Facebook. You can also do this on Instagram as well. It really depends on how comfortable they are talking to you, if they want to talk on private message or they would rather call. So this is kind of the script that I use. So when you're answering their questions later on, after you've asked all the questions, this is what I say. It takes 3 weeks to change a habit. So let us start breaking the bad ones and start making new ones. Since you're working and going to school, we are going to get you in on working out for 30 minutes a day with various styles of exercise so you don't get bored. You will be receiving DVDs plus 30 days of free online streaming of workouts. So in case you don't have the discs, you're able to stream online on your phone. We need to compress your time with intake of food. So to ensure you receive the proper nutrition, there is a meal plan with portion control containers that are customized with the program, so you don't need to second guess on what to eat. To ensure you get all your essential nutrition, we are going to pack in our 30-day supply of meal replacement. So it looks like I missed something on here. It's supposed to be in our 30-day supply of meal replacement. It's on the go, and so you don't miss a beat in your meal plan. It is quick and easy. It also keeps you fuller longer, especially for your long days, and will aid you in your energy for the day without creeping on your cravings. I know you love chocolate, so this is your chocolate fix for the day. It will also help with the bloats you're experiencing. To also help keep you on track. Your awesomeness deserves to be a part of my empowerment and wellness community, so we will keep you motivated and surround you with support. So basically, I answered all their questions that they had. I didn't go right into a product. I don't think you see even any product names in here unless they ask. Like sometimes they ask, what is this meal replacement called? Then I'll tell them, yes, it's called Shakeology, yada, yada, yada. What is this program called? It's called 21 Day Fix. But I don't say it unless they ask, because I want them to find the value in the product first. So that is the thing, value in the product first. And then after that, we all get objections, right? We all get objections. Sometimes we don't, but most of the time we do. They usually ask the money question. And there are times where I haven't gotten the money question. So they saw the value in that product right away. But some still have that little skepticism where you kind of want to use the I feel, I felt, I found. Okay, and you'll see it in the sentences I have here too. So usually these are the top 3 objections that I come across, and these are the things that I say that have worked. So the money question, how much is it? Well, with a full solution on retail, it's originally $220. So there you can see that I put the big number first, because once they see that big number, they're going to be like, wow, okay, $220, that's a lot. And then we can kind of ease that down to, however, through me, you receive a discount. So that kind of takes out the discomfort from them. The average person, and I kind of break it down for them, the average person spends $8 to $15 on a meal. But with our discount, assuming you are signing up as a discount coach, because that's what I did in order to get to Diamond, I signed up everybody as a discount coach. So we can, so I can also gain that Diamond commission. So with our discount, you are receiving the full solution at under $4 a day. So we want to help you save at $140. And they're gonna be like, oh, wow, that's pretty good. So that's the first objection. That's the first thing I say. Next thing is what they say is, it is just too expensive. I cannot afford it right now. I totally get you. I used to feel that same way, but I found that in drinking Shakeology, I was able to cut my expenses on the crappy foods I ate, juice and soda and all that bad stuff. It was just costing me too much. Then I learned how to meal prep. I stopped eating out so much, and wow, it made such a huge grocery bill. I shouldn't have said that. I should have said, wow, before it used to make such a huge grocery bill. I gotta change this, by the way, guys. I'm sorry for all the typos. Since Shakeology helped me to cut cravings and kept me fuller longer too, I did not overspend on groceries. So let us take a look at your expenses. Perhaps we can help cut some unnecessary spending. So I actually take the time and I actually go through their expenses with them. Some of the bills that they're paying, some of their budgets on their groceries, if they're doing their nails and they don't need to, and things like that. We can cut those expenses greatly. Another one, I do not have time. I am very busy, is another objection that I do tackle. So I say, I totally understand where you're coming from. I used to feel the same way, but I found that I had 24 hours in a day and I continued to feel unhealthy and depressed, not to mention I was tired all the time. So I had to find a way to believe in myself and get 30 minutes in to devote to myself. Let us go over what your day looks like and see if there is a pocket of opportunity. What does your schedule look like? And I literally go through their schedule with them. And most of the time, well, actually all the time, everyone has 30 minutes a day. So assuming that you're doing, the 21-day fix or a 30-minute, any type of 30-minute workout program, 30-day program, anything like that, everyone has 30 minutes to work out, or everyone has 30 minutes. You can make that extra time. Let's go on to the next slide here. Okay, so say they don't answer. You don't get an answer from them after answering their objection or after giving them the solution to their questions. The power of the follow-up, guys. It's been almost 2 years, and I'm still following up with people that I started prospecting back in January 2015 when I first started. Okay, because they keep telling me like, yeah, I'm definitely going to do it next month. And I follow up with them and I follow up with them and they see my post and they're still engaging. Mind you, there are people who I was prospecting for months on end and they still did sign up. Okay, so it's in the power of the follow-up. Okay, sometimes you do have to go the extra mile and go ahead and message them. So I usually come out with, hey girl, I noticed we kind of lost touch. I hope I wasn't being too pushy, and I apologize. Sometimes I get really excited when someone has a goal they want to achieve. So it kind of puts, when you say that sentence or those few sentences, it kind of puts, kind of takes the pressure off of them and puts it on you, really. But, you know, according to your personal development, you don't have that kind of pressure, right? So I know losing weight and being energetic around your kids is important to you, so I'm trying to save a spot for you in my empowerment group. We have a few available. Are you in? Okay, this sounds confident. This sounds like you know what you're talking about. This sounds like, yes, you can trust me. Okay, sometimes when I first started, I was going off like, okay, well, are you sure you don't want to join? Like it kind of sounded like I wasn't even sure I wanted to join. Okay, but I know the product works. I know that my services as a coach works. So my confidence and my belief in it is so strong that it can show through my message. So that's what I do say when I'm following up with people. So say you follow up and then you receive total silence, and then you follow up with them again. Hey girl, another hey girl message. And then you have like that, those few prospects where you're like continuously messaging them and there's just no answer. So finally by like the fifth or sixth message, seventh message, I go, hey girl, I can see you saw my last messages and we were connecting on a high level, but I understand you may not be into this, or if you're prospecting them on coaching or coaching. It is not for everyone, but is there something I said or something you did not understand about it that maybe I can work on with my future conversations? By the way, my job is to help everyone gain wealth physically and financially. Do you have any friends or family that want any of those freedoms? And then usually they answer. 90% of the time they answer back. And they're like, wait a minute, hold on. You were asking me if I wanted to be on your team. You were asking me if you wanted me to be on your challenge group, but now you want to be, or now you're asking if any of my friends or family want to do that. Like, no, I want to. And most of the time they do sign up. So yeah, when I say something like that, when you're kind of asking for advice, it puts them kind of more showing that they're important and showing that you're thinking about them. And that means that you're interested in them and you're interested in helping them. So that kind of, that does raise the relationship level that you have with that prospect. Okay, I think that's all that I have for you. I would ask if you guys have any questions, but nobody's on. So I hope you guys got a lot out of this. If you have any more questions or if you have any other trainings that you guys want me to do, go ahead and let me know. And I will go ahead and prepare some for the future. So I hope you're having an awesome day. And thank you for joining in. Love you guys.